If you're watching this, it means something's happened to me. Maybe I'm missing again. Maybe I'm not even alive anymore, but I had to get this out. My name isn't important. Not anymore. What matters is that you know the truth. I was raised in a cult. A real one. Not the kind you see in documentaries with weird robes and doomsday prophecies, though we had those too, but something deeper, older, and scarier than you could ever imagine. They called themselves the Family of the Light. Sounds beautiful, doesn't it? Warm, pure, safe. But there was nothing pure about what they did to us. I was born into it. I never had a choice. My earliest memories aren't of playgrounds or birthday parties. They're of dim, candlelit rooms, of chants, of cleansings, of being told that the outside world was poison, that anyone who left would be consumed by the dark. They taught us to fear everything. Television was the devil's whisper. Books, unless approved by the elders, were forbidden. We weren't allowed to speak to outsiders, not even the ones who delivered food or supplies to the compound. And if you questioned anything, if you even hinted at doubt, you were taken for purification. I was purified 3 times before I turned 12. The last time I came back with a burn mark behind my ear. They said it was the mark of enlightenment. I was told I should be proud. I wasn't. I was terrified. There were other children there too, some born like me, some brought in later, rescued from the outside. That's what they called it. Rescue. But I saw their faces. I knew what real rescue looked like, and it wasn't this. We weren't allowed to have close friendships. The elders believed attachment weakened the spirit. But I had someone. Her name was Lila. She was brought in when we were 13. She had long, dark hair and this spark in her eyes. She never let them fully break her. She whispered things to me about life before, about pizza and school and movies, things I could barely imagine. She told me the world was big, that it was beautiful, that we didn't have to stay. She gave me hope, and hope was dangerous. One night she said she had a plan. She'd found a gap in the perimeter fence and we could run. I wanted to believe her. I wanted to go. I packed what little I had, a worn-out pair of shoes, a flashlight that barely worked, and the photograph of my mother, the only picture of her before she joined the family. We left at 2:13 a.m. I remember the exact time because that's when the nightly watch shifted. We made it past the prayer room, past the storage cabin, and we saw the fence. I felt air, fresh, real air, hit my face for the first time in my life. And then the sirens blared. They caught Lila right in front of me. I froze. I should have run. I should have helped her, but I was a coward. I dropped to the ground and rolled under the compost pile. I lay there for hours. I heard her scream. I heard them dragging her back. I never saw her again. After that, I stopped speaking for nearly a year. They said I was possessed by silence. They tried to beat it out of me. It didn't work. But eventually, I pretended to break. I smiled. I prayed. I sang their songs. I became what they wanted. And I waited. I was 17 when the fire happened. I didn't start it. I wish I had. One of the storage sheds caught, maybe from a faulty generator. In the chaos, I ran. This time I didn't freeze. I ran until my legs gave out. I ran until the sun came up. I ran until I reached a road. A real paved road. A trucker found me barefoot and bloody on the side of the highway. He thought I was high or crazy. He called the cops. They didn't believe my story at first. Who would? A cult in the woods? Brainwashing? Rituals? It sounded insane, but I had the burn mark, and I still had the scar from the last cleansing. And when they raided the compound, it was empty. Completely empty. Not a trace. Not a body. Just ash and old bones. They told me the family had probably fled, vanished like smoke. That they'd been doing this for years, setting up, recruiting, then disappearing. I was put in foster care. Therapy. The whole 9 yards. I tried to be normal. I tried to forget, but I couldn't because they never stopped watching me. I see them sometimes in the corner of the street. A man with blank eyes wearing a silver ring with the family symbol, or a woman in a store humming an old prayer tune under her breath. Last month, I got a letter. No return address. Just one sentence. The light never lets go. My therapist says it's PTSD, that I'm imagining things, that it's my trauma replaying. But then, how did they know where I live? How did they get inside without a key? My phone acts weird sometimes, static, random shutdowns. My webcam turns on by itself. I've started taping over it. I know what it sounds like, paranoid, crazy. but I know them. They don't stop. Not until they've retrieved you. This video is my insurance, my proof, my truth. If I disappear again, if I go off the grid, you'll know what happened. It wasn't drugs. It wasn't suicide. It wasn't running away. It was them. They still exist. They're still out there. And they're looking for me. If anyone out there ever escaped something like this, if you know what I'm talking about, please leave a comment. Let the world know they're real. I'm not crazy. I survived, but I don't know how much longer I'll stay free. Pause. Her voice trembles slightly now. Lila, if somehow you're still alive, I'm sorry. I should have helped you. I should have stayed, but I'll never stop looking. And if the family finds this video, I want you to know something. You didn't break me. You made me stronger, and I will never, ever go back. Long silence. Then, I'm turning this off now. If you never hear from me again, remember me not as a victim, but as a fighter. And remember, the light they worship casts a very long shadow.